Hello Transformers fans, Adam here with Constructicon number 5, Studio Series MIXMASTER. Let's get into it, starting with this box. On the front, graphics of MIXMASTER in both of his modes that wrap around the side here. On the other side, a graphic of Devastator. And on the back, pictures of MIXMASTER in both of his modes, along with a picture of Devastator power-bombing Sludge. Alright, set that back there, and grab MIXMASTER. His only accessory is his blaster, for when he's in a firefight with the Autobots, before he and his teammates decide to tilt the odds in their favor and form Devastator. Alright, let's put that blaster away and focus on MIXMASTER himself. And check him out. Let's do a 360. And I am liking what I'm seeing here. Aside from Scrapper, I have been fairly disappointed with his teammates overall, as far as their individual bot modes go, because they have had so many compromises in them. But MIXMASTER here, he is definitely one fine-looking and very cartoon-accurate Constructicon. Let's zoom in and take a closer look. The legs, the arms that don't have those cheap core-class exposed ball joints in his elbows. That has hands down been my biggest pet peeve with some of his teammates. But staying focused. His Decepticon symbol in his abs, his chest, and his face with those menacing red eyes, because he had eyes and not a visor like some of his teammates did. He does have some compromise on his back with these strange-looking and angled heels, the very obvious cab first truck mode on his calves, and this awkward-looking butt plug here. But thankfully, you won't be spending a whole lot of time looking at his back. And for articulation, his head does have the Exorcist 360 action, and you can make him nod up and down, but as you can see, reaching through here is kind of a hassle. Anyway, 360 with his arms, and raise them up about that much. Bend his elbows, twist his elbows. Nothing with the hands or waist, they're set in place. But for range of motion with his legs, bend his knees, twist his thighs, and bend his ankles. So as far as posability possibilities go, I'll say good, but not great. Now let's go ahead and transform him. Start by opening up the back of the cement mixer here. Flip this piece out all the way, and then close this back up. Now to make it easy for yourself, bring his ankle down, and then flip out his shin. Bring his ankle back up. Same thing with his other shin. Now, bend this hinge in and bring his knee up 90 degrees, just like this. Same thing with his other knee. Now, tab this together and form the cab. Bring up his thighs all the way. Bring the cab down, and then tighten everything up. Alright, looking good. Now, flip up this panel here, and then flip up his heel, and tab it down. Same with his other heel. Now, raise up his chest plate halfway, bring his arm up with this double hinge, and then tab it into place, first by his bicep, and then by his hand, just like that. Same with his other arm, and then finally, bring up his chest plate all the way, tab it down, and there he is in his alt mode as a cement truck. And as far as his alt mode goes, I would definitely say not too shabby. The only real compromises I could see are the exposed hinges on the top of the cab here and on his cement mixer, and the mixer itself doesn't roll like it did on his G1 counterpart. But overall, very cartoon accurate. There's a lot of nice detail going on throughout the whole truck. My only pet peeve would be his Decepticon symbol. I wish it was maybe a little bit bigger, but that's me being nitpicky right now. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And for articulation, since his cement mixer doesn't move, the only thing you can really do is roll him back and forth. He rolls quite nicely. I just wish his wheels were rubber and not plastic so they weren't so dang noisy, but it is what it is. Anyway, this would be the part where I transform him back to a bot, but instead, let's go ahead and flip him into Devastator's leg. To do that, untap the front of the cab here from the top, and then with this hinge, swing it around. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 connecting points, so just line them up and tab them down. Okay, now bring down his heels, bring down these panels, and then bring his heels up and they become stabilizers. And then finally his forearms. Untab them and bring them out 90 degrees just like this. This looks very awkward, but this is what they say to do. Anyway, there he is as Devastator's leg. And that is 5 Constructicons down, 1 to go, and then Devastator. So that'll wrap up this video. Join me for my next one. Until then, good night, Transformers fans.